Guys, Tuesday. What are we doing today? Oh yeah. We're going to be taking a look at the last installment from my man Jim, Hornet Fixer. If I was to vote for a third party, it would for sure be Jim. As you guys know, if you're following along, I put him in reverse. Actually, I put him in the order that you asked for, reverse order. The one that I thought was the worst, working my way to the one that I thought was the best. The first one, I gave a 2 on the E scale. It sucked. The second one, I gave a 2 on the E scale. It sucked. The third one was the Farmhouse Ale. I gave it an 8. So, the beer company is a great divide. And that's turning out to be true. This last one is their Titan. According to this, it's won some awards. Silver, bronze. And it comes in at an appreciated 7.1%. Wow. And there's stuff in it. And it looks just like this. Oh, and only because Paul Hazman 440, I saw your comment, and first of all, Paul sent a buttload of beer. I simply showed you the styles, not all the beers. But Paul, you're right. I was sitting and looking at them, and there was like 4 Pilsners. And they all look like they are the same, but they were 2 different kinds of Pilsners. There was the POC, Pride of Columbus, and the one that I had out was the Pride of Cleveland. Yeah. Which is why one has a red label and one has a blue label. And I think he might have even told me that there was ones that were really, really similar by label, but they were different beers inside. So, but the hard part is I know Paul has still enjoys his Pabst, but has really kind of turned into a craft head himself, and the rest of them are in there. Which technically, they're not off limits. I would just like to be giving you a review, if I can, always on something that I haven't had. Doesn't always happen, and I've always let you guys know, but I'm just going to... Tomorrow's beer is just going to be one of the ones from Paul, and like I said, I think I put them in backed up order, and I'm going to have to... In the Pilsners... The Pride of Columbus will either be before or after the Pride of Cleveland. POC. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I didn't open my eyes. Sorry, Paul. So, yeah, so again, Paul, thanks for all the beer. Like I said, it was like actually seven different kinds, but he sent me double of everything. So, what should we open this with? It's always a dilemma. Oh, and Paul, I said I was going to show you a knife, and I forgot it. But I think you know which one I'm talking about. And the other one that me and you were talking about, what did I do? Oh, there it is. The one from Gunwild. Just open the damn beer. Okay, I can do that. Again, I'm gonna just go with the mega opener. Bulwark 1911. I haven't seen a comment from you lately. Where are you? Whoa! Here we go again. Wow, this brand is dangerous. thankfully, due to a fast reaction, all I ended up with was a little bit right here and a whole bunch of head. Oh, you can't have that. The Second Amendment patch getting beered upon. These beers have been sitting in this refrigerator. As soon as you open that thing up, man, it just like went nitro. I almost feel like I need to switch to another damn glass. How's that for some head? Huh? It's like a sorority house meltdown right there. You know what? I'm gonna go back to that and see if, God, as soon as it hits the bottom of the glass. I swear, I've had an easier, I shit you not, I've had an easier time rapidly pouring a Coke over a bunch of ice cubes. I don't know, man. She looks like she's having fun. Okay. Well, obviously this is... doesn't really matter which glass we put it in. If any of you ever had this, does like a certain percentage of their beer do this? Good God. Go back to this one. Okay. Well, let's see. It has a bordering on kind of a yellowish amber color. Just a No, Travis, you're a homo. Effie told me. Actually, I think Ed told me too. Ed was wondering if you can write off your trips to the truck stop on your taxes. How should I know? Okay. Has a kind of a sweet caramel citrus. It's kind of hard to tell through all that foam. So, cheers, guys, to you and your Tuesday. I honestly can't remember, other than this brewery, when I've had a beer. I mean, it's one thing when, you know, a bunch of them fall out of the refrigerator and land on the floor and you can't remember which one was the one that just hit the floor, and you pop it open and go, oh, that one. This is more impressive than Max expanding foam. Maybe I should have brought a spoon down here for my IPA. What can I tell you about it? It has a nice edgy citrus to it. Definitely on the grapefruit side. Getting full from all the foam. What can you do? Get that citrus. Kind of goes into a kind of a flat, not really heavy dry, but kind of a dry area. And then the end is kind of more of the same. A little bit of an earthy floral with a kind of a really subtle bread finish. Taste wise, it's actually pretty damn good. Presentation sucks. I mean, when you know you're gonna have an issue and you start off trying to be as gentle as you possibly can, and it still goes nuts on you. This I will say, you need to be a serious. I think you need to be kind of serious about your IPAs. The intensity of that upfront citrus. Like I said, if I could change, well, you guys know on my IPAs I really kind of enjoy that bready, biscuity finish. I could use a little bit more of that. I wouldn't mind if it had a little bit heavier of a mouthfeel. It's just a cascade of what can possibly go wrong. Now the battery is about to die. Yet, when I turned it on, it said 86 minutes, unless it said 16 minutes. So, hey, okay. See, not a big deal. But not long enough. Citrusy, floral, kind of more of the, almost like a roasted caramel. Not really picking up on any tropical fruits or anything like that. Then you get that nice dry bitter, and then kind of a more of the same citrus and just a really subtle biscuit finish. Wow, okay. I don't know how this got here. Titan IPA from Great Divide Brewing. Great Divide Brewing. Where am I going to put this on the E-scale? I have to say that...
Morning.
Morning. I have to say that if it had a little heavier mouthfeel and wasn't so violent on the... I mean...
To be loud for a second, sorry.
You know, we're right in the middle of a professional brew review here.
Well, carry on.
I probably would have given this a 10 if if I mean, I don't know if that happens all the time. I mean, I've only got the one to give her a try, but I'm gonna give this a 9. Like I said, had a little heavier mouthfeel, at least for me, and wasn't a volcano. I probably would have gone a 10 on this. It's very good, and just like their name proves, they, at least in my book, they can do some things very, very well, and they can do some things that by either they're trying to be really unique, but neither one of the ones that I gave the low marks were anything like I've ever had in that style. But if you see them, try them. Maybe you like them. It's a beautiful part about there being a gazillion different craft breweries out there, is maybe you'll find something unique that you like. Thank you, Jim. Overall, surprisingly, even though I had second thoughts that I would not like the farmhouse, I really liked the farmhouse ale, and the would have been nice if the Titan could have stayed in the glass. But definitely a good IPA. But like I said, kind of an edgy one. If you're not a huge fan of the heavy citrus, the dry, the bitter, that heavy floral, more of the full flavored stuff instead of the ones that are more blended and more just like an ale, I wouldn't recommend that if you're just hop curious. If you're kind of a hop head, and you can find it, I'd give it a try. So, okay, that's that. Now, get going on the ones from Paul, and actually, I'm just basing it off of my own characteristics of what I've had, what I've liked, and what I've not. I'm usually not a great fan of the wheats, so we'll look at Field Rat Wheat tomorrow. And because Paul has already given me the directions on where to find the alcohol percentage, so I don't have to stumble. This one is a 4.5%. Cellar Rats Brewery. Do that tomorrow. Otherwise, I guess I have nothing extra for you. Nothing really exciting has happened in the world of politics, other than the fact that I'm sure our liberal media is going to do everything they can to tear down Trump. I do have to 100% disagree with one of you. I will be honestly shocked. Of course, admitting, like always, I was wrong if I am, but I just honestly don't see a majority of the people going for a Democrat, because that would mean a majority of the people are happy with the way things are going right now, and I just don't see it. I just don't see it. In my own circle of people, I have 2 people that, well, 3, that are very, very, very liberal. And, you know, if I put a sign out in the yard for like Bush or someone like that back then, I get the, oh, why would you vote for someone that all he is for is for the rich? And it's like, well, you only know what the liberal media wants you to know, as opposed to the truth. You know, the majority of the ultra rich in politics actually are not conservative Republicans. But I in my own battles politically, not a single one of them, not a single one of them will continue to endorse Obama. They regret their decision and will be voting outside of the party because they don't want to see another Democrat get in. And that's just the way I'm reading the tea leaves. Like I said, if I'm wrong, obviously you'll hear about it. But I just don't see... I mean, they're referring to, what is it, the first year, year and a half, 2 years of Obama as the Great Depression. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on that. A lot of you guys know the only reason that I even started a YouTube channel was because of Obama and the amount of layoffs. I mean, the company I worked for at the time, our division, not the company, our division, we had 43 pipe fitters, and within 10 months we were down to 6. So I made it to that. I made it to number 6. So that's I don't know, I just don't see it. Everybody I know is pissed. It's the most, I mean, obviously talk is cheap, but it's the closest I've ever seen any conversations in any normal tax-paying, happy, red-blooded Americans wanting to grab their firearms, pitchforks, and whatever, and march on their capital because they're sick of everything, loss of freedoms and everything that's going on. It's like Obama gives more of a shit about an illegal immigrant and a fucking Muslim than he does his own soldiers. Like this whole Iranian deal. Really? You weren't able to negotiate for any of those people? Good job. And yes, dead winter. What'd I do with it? Probably threw it away because I was sick and tired of seeing that piece of shit's face on it. Hidden behind a beer. That timer, 521 days until we flush the shit out of the office. That is a devastatingly huge number. So, okay, you guys continue to enjoy your Tuesday, and we'll take a look at field rat wheat tomorrow. Don't worry, I can take care of this. Cheers, guys.